Greetings, everyone, and welcome to WCOS Internet Radio. I'm the Chancellor Soul Mike Boone, and you've tuned in to Soul Facts, a show highlighting the history of legendary artists and their music. In this special two-part edition, we feature a gentleman who is an accomplished musician, arranger, conductor, producer, singer, and most of all, a great songwriter. A jack of all musical trades. Presenting Mr. McCoy. Born on January 6, 1940 in Washington, D.C., Van's early musical training began when he sang with the Metropolitan Baptist choir and learned to play the piano at a very early age. With his older brother Norman Jr. and two high school buddies, they later formed the Starlighters and performed various talent shows throughout the city. They were signed by N Records and recorded their first single in 1956 called The Birdland, named after a popular dance in the 1950s. After three singles on N, the Starlighters ended their career as military draft, marriage, and college carried them away one by one. In 1958, McCoy enrolled in Howard University to study psychology, but dropped out after 2 years and moved to Philadelphia to form Rockin' Records and release his first solo single, Mr. DJ, in 1961. Legendary Philadelphia disc jockey Jocko Henderson was the first to play Van's records on his Rocket Ship radio show. He later met and became engaged to Kendra Spotswood, as known in the music business as Sandy Sheldon, who he first met when he moved to Inglewood, New Jersey. Together they performed professionally and recorded music for the next 5 years as Jack and Jill and the Fantastic Vantastics. Their engagements were soon interrupted when Van signed a contract with Columbia Records. His single, Mr. DJ, caught the attention of Florence Greenberg, founder of Scepter One Records, who later hired him as a staff writer. Van composed his first hit for the Shirelles in 1962 called Stop the Music. Van stayed with the label from 1962 to 1964. After his stint at Scepter, McCoy was hired as a songwriter by David Kopretlik, an A&R man at Columbia Records, to work for April Blackwood Music Publishing Company, who was also associated with Columbia. He then became co-owner of Max Records with partner Larry Maxwell in 1964. As soul music began to progress in the 1960s, McCoy composed and produced a string of classic hits like his first for Scepter Records, Stop the Music by the Shirelles, Giving Up for Gladys Knight and the Pips in 1964. Either Way I Lose. Lovers always forgive.
Always forgive, so darling, forget your foolish pride. Your place is by my side. Springs in the air.
original recording by Ruben and the Romantics, When You're Young and in Love.
When you're young and in love, baby, I'm yours.
Miss Barbara Lewis, Baby, I'm Yours.
Yours until the stars fall from the sky.
Help Me by the Original Diplomats.
Your sweet kiss. Show me the love, sweet love that I need. Whatever I do, it's mighty crowded. I'm telling you.
Getting Mighty Crowded, Miss Betty Everett.
And now,
The Magic of the Spellbounders on Columbia Records. We're Acting Like Lovers.
look at us now. We're acting like lovers, baby. Out across the desert sands.
For you, the Spellbounders.
For you, girl. For you, girl. For you. For you. Baby, baby, baby. You start a chain reaction.
Chain Reaction.
Baby, every time you're near, my eyes light up like first fire. My lips start yearning with desire.
The Sweethearts of Soul, Peaches and Herb with Let's Fall in Love.
Why shouldn't we fall in love? The sweetest thing this side of heaven.
Chris Bartley, The Sweetest Thing This Side of Heaven. Oh, Jackie Wilson, one of my favorites. I get the sweetest feeling. Hit after hit after hit.
The deeper your touch, the more you thrill me.
The great Mitch Miller, who was head of A&R at Columbia Records and known for his sing-along recordings and television show on CBS, was very impressed by Van's smooth vocals and decided to produce an LP on him entitled Nighttime is a Lonely Time in 1966. The album failed to chart because of lack of promotion, but is now considered a collector's item. In 1967, Van co-founded with Jocko Henderson Vando Records. The main artist on the imprint was Harlem-born singer Chris Bartley. In 1968, McCoy formed his own production company, VMP, Van McCoy Production. As the 60s came to a close, McCoy successfully left a deep cast on the sands of a musical imprint. But his greatest achievement was just around the corner. Soul Facts, a show created, written, produced, and copywritten by Mike Boone, the Chancellor of Soul.